Good evening, everyone. Kalla here. Welcome to my live stream. Glad you could make it today. So today we have a new Twisted Wonderland event. It has been a while. It's been so long that, well, actually, it's nothing to do with it being so long. If anything's weird on today's stream, let me know, because this is a different phone than the last time I streamed Twisted Wonderland. Because at one point between the last stream and now, it went for a dip in some water, and it's fine for everything except this. So, new phone it is. Hello, Nick. How are you doing? Will I wager a pull? Yeah, I will wager a pull to get the SR. We will do that later. It's from, well, I mean, it's actually still alive and it functions perfectly fine for everything except connecting to the capture card. So, well, given the problems it was having anyway, I was probably due to replace it as it was, but ah well. Anyway, let's get into it, shall we? Look how adorable that diner is with Chip and Dale outside of it. Ridiculously adorable. Look at them! Hup. Boy, diners sure have a lot of trash. Pulling it all out is a job in and of itself. I'm gonna get all this trash taken out fast so I can get to work cleaning up inside. What's that on the roof? Are those... chipmunks that are definitely not Chip and Dale. Because they've both got black noses. Chipmunks? Oh man, I've gotta snap some pics. Yep, those came out nicely. Add a good caption and post them on the cam later. Oh, they ran off before I could take more pics. I wonder if I'll see them again before the end of this gig. Alright, that's all the trash. So tired. I've got another early day tomorrow. I should hit the hay early today. As the acting manager, I've got to make sure not to oversleep. Angry chipmunks. Why are the chipmunks angry? I see we're going to go back to how this all started. I see everyone's present. I was worried none of you would show up. I tagged along since Kalla and Grimmy swung by the dorm to get me. But why the summons for KK and pals? Your guess is as good as mine. Because all of you ignored my message. Oh, there was a message? Huh, was there? My deepest apologies. I've been so busy with schoolwork and running the Mostro Lounge, I must have missed it. I mean, there's no way you called us here on house warden business, right? Nobody in their right mind would drop everything and come running to a personal summons from the head mage. That's just asking for busy work. Yep. Yeah, but you guys ignoring the head mage means we got roped into bringing you in. Could you please not openly refer to it as ignoring me? That makes me so very sad. Since you did all make it here, I'll let the circumstances slide, given my profound kindness, and go over things for you. It was last weekend, I believe, when I visited a foothill town diner for lunch. A Nightraven College alumnus opened this fine establishment about a month ago. I fondly recall sending over a modest gift of flowers when I heard the news. A foothill diner? Wait, are you talking about crisp and dips? You know what's up, head mage? I've been following that place since it was first announced and was there for the grand opening. I've never heard of it. Is it famous, Kato? It's brand new and it's got some serious decor inside. A rarity in Foothill Town. The uniforms are totes adorbs too, check it out. Oh, adorbs indeed. Is this from their site? Yeah, they don't have a Musicom account. I guess they haven't made one yet since they just opened for business. That's probably one reason the local townsfolk and students don't really know of it. Yeah, that feels like something they should have done. That feels like basic marketing stuff here. That's what I like about it. It's like a little hidey hole, just the kind of place I enjoy. Let's see here, running a search on crisp and dips. Whoa, what's with their interior design? There's way too much going on. True, it's a bit unconventional for a diner. Was that a deliberate decision on their part? You think so? I think it looks totally conventionally cute. When I first went there, it made me want to buy merch. And they served totally chemical food and drinks made with magic. It's all incredibly chic. Oh, and they cook with magic. Fascinating. That's a bit off the mark. They use magic for the finishing touches. You know how in regular cooking people do things like covering food in gold leaf for decoration? It's like a magical version of that. Their standard menu's tops too, of course. My favourite thing on the menu is the jumbo patty burger. I've been there for that 5 times now. Oh man, that sounds yummy. Hey, Kalla, let's go there right now. The aesthetics menu and the regular menu have both piqued my interest. Perhaps I'll pay them a visit as well. Look, it doesn't matter whether it's magic for cooking or skill for cooking. I think we need to keep Lilia out of the kitchen. Actually, I feel like there is only one person in this group that I would trust in the kitchen. That's Azul. As much as I'd love for us all to go as a group, Brisbane Dips has been temporarily closed for the past week or so. Okay, maybe Keita. I don't know what Keita's cooking skills are like. Well, actually, I guess we technically should know that, but I don't remember. The only person that I know for sure is good at it. So okay, maybe Keita. I mean, honestly, maybe Idia. I mean, where else are you putting Idia, really? You can't do customer service. Yes, and therein lies the problem. Getting back on topic. I only learned of this when I tried to go there for lunch one day. Alas, I was tragically forced to go lunchless. Curious about what had happened, I reached out to the manager, and in his reply, he beseeched me for help. It seems he and all the staff were unfortunately injured on the job. In what way and by what? Is it safe to work at the diner? This after all his painstaking preparations to finally open shop. His lamentations tugged at my heartstrings. Multiple people being injured in the same time frame, enough to force a store closure. This seems a bit hard to believe. Did some heartless knave attack them? Or was it perhaps the work of a bitter rival? I couldn't speak to the truth of the matter. The manager was one such victim. He slipped, hit his head, and was taken to the hospital. Okay. When I asked if he had any idea what could have caused it, he said the only thing that came to mind was a string of hauntings. Well, it seems it may be chipmunk troublemakers. Hauntings at a diner? He said he's been plagued by strange phenomena inside the diner for the past 6 months. Hasn't it only been open for a month? Dishes moving on their own, trash he swears he threw away being strewn across the floor, ingredients disappearing. The list goes on. Dude, that's kinda scary. Ingredients could come up short due to management errors. Something could knock a trash can over and spill the contents. These are commonplace occurrences in restaurants. Calling those hauntings seems a bit excessive to me. I agree, but regardless of the causes, the fact remains that the entire staff is injured, and they can't run the restaurant. You've only told me what happened to the manager? How did the others get injured? Like, is there just a health and safety problem here? The manager was quite upset about it, so I offered a solution. I understand, I told him. Your underclassmen at Night Raven College will handle this. Why? And why this group? The manager was quite upset about it, so I offered a solution. I understand, I told him. Your underclassmen at Night Raven College will handle this. Why? His underclassmen will handle it? How is that the conclusion you came to? It's the only one that makes sense. As you pointed out, using magic is a selling point of this establishment. Hence, it requires staff with exceptional skill as practitioners. If you think they could simply bring in random people off the streets to work there, you would be quite mistaken. Can't they just get help from Royal Sword Academy? Wait, nope, never mind. Forget I asked. Right. That might have been an option if the manager wasn't an NRC grad. Just so, as you've guessed, the manager made it quite clear that he'd sooner shut the whole place down than turn to them for help. Which is why this falls to all of you. Objection? Objection, I'd sooner drop out of Night Raven College than work a customer service job. Why did you choose this group of people to start with? To be honest, I've hardly ever worked side jobs myself. Because you're all exceptional students whom I have painstakingly selected. Someone well-versed in cafes and diners. Someone experienced with the food service industry. Well, yes, I can see why you picked those two. Management, aesthetics. Someone with an affable personality. Someone who seems to know his way around commercial appliances. Ah, Idia is here for mechanical knowledge. You should all be proud. Your presence here proves that you're skilled enough to represent our school. So I'm guessing the someone well-versed in cafes and diners is KK? And it's safe to assume who someone experienced with the food service industry is. I suppose that makes me the one with an affable personality. I can hardly fault that judgment. I really need to dial in my Lilia voice. It's not working, I don't think. Which makes me the appliance guy. Well, it's true that no one can hold a candle to me when it comes to the knowledge of machinery. All right, I understand your reasons for selecting us, but is that really all there is to it? Small businesses and mom-and-pop restaurants go under on a regular basis. Someone of your caliber should be aware of that, head mage. Why are you so hung up on this one? Now, far be it from you to accuse our head mage of anything of the sort, but I must ask. You wouldn't happen to have an arrangement with the manager in which you profit in some way, would you? For example, a kickback in exchange for referring students for work. Why, that couldn't be further from the truth. I simply want to help him out of the goodness of my heart, truly. No, I think you're lying, headmage. Even if it's not a financial kickback, I bet he's negotiated for, like, free lunches or something. Dude, listen to the guilty floundering, that's totally it. I clearly stated that was false, so please don't carry on as though it's settled fact. Anyway, you'll all be working for the Foothill Town Diner for 3 days starting tomorrow. The manager is focusing on his recuperation, but it will be at least 3 days before he can return to work. Your work will be compensated, of course, if you can keep the diner up and running. I will grant you an exemption from your next open notebook test or practical exercise in any one subject of your choosing. Oh, now this is how we do this. Idia's going to exempt himself from PE, right? Actually, probably also Azul, given how bad he is with the brooms, right? What do you say? I certainly can't grant you that in every subject, but I think the terms are rather appealing. Exemption from exercises? That basically means I'll have my PE credit locked in. Yep. I can't say food service work is remotely appealing to me, but that's some serious ROI for 3 days of work. This will be so worth. Very well, it would be terribly uncouth to insist on refusing after such an earnest plea for help. I'll offer what humble assistance I may, if only for the customers eagerly awaiting the diner's reopening. Excellently put, Hazel. I feel just the same. I'll pitch in for the sake of the poor bedridden manager and staff. You can count KK in too. It's such a shame for the diner to stay closed. They've got so much in the way of food, decor, and other things just waiting to shine online. In fact, we should make Crispin Dips the hottest diner in Foothill Town. Are you seriously into this or what? You noticed? Real talk? I totes wanted to try on one of their uniforms. Oh, it did look rather snappy. It would suit you nicely, Cater. You think? It'd totally suit you too, Lils. You're making me blush. We'll certainly have to have a photography session. I love that, and we can even post it to Musicom. My mind is already buzzing with composition ideas. I'm sensing some questionable motives in play, but I suppose any motivation is better than none at all. At any rate, you boys are now in charge of running the diner. We're gonna swing by as customers to make sure you're doing your jobs. As our last order of business, I'll need to decide on an acting manager for Crispin Dips. Diamond, that will be you. Wait, me? You showed me earlier that you're enthusiastic about livening up the diner. And jobs like this work out best when they go to someone suitably motivated. Are you alright with this, Cater? He didn't exactly seek your input first. If I've been nominated, I'll do my KK best. After all, if the diner does well, acting manager KK could get some extra followers online. That's the Cater I know. Nonetheless, accepting such a demanding-sounding title is quite impressive. Wonderful! I'm positively touched. I'll fill the manager in on the new job assignment. I'm counting on you. Sweet, now I'm motivated. Let's raise the roof in this diner, guys. The next day, day one at the diner. Crispin Dips. This seems to be the place. Oh, what's this I see? A pair of chipmunks are frolicking about on the roof. What a delightful sight. I must say, the diner's exterior is even cuter than I imagined. There are even chipmunks here to greet me. No wonder Cater likes it so much. I can easily picture him taking selfies with those fellows. Why the name Crispin Dips, though? Is there a reason for that? As I understand it, the name comes from their signature dish, the Crispin Dips burger. It's a burger with a juicy beef patty and crispy onion rings, which you dip in cheese sauce, I believe. Good morning, Hazel. I was worried I'd be opening this place by myself. My apologies. I was taking a walk around to see what other stores and establishments were in the area. Even for a simple 3-day job, researching the surrounding environment is essential for running a restaurant. This sucks. Stupid diner. I came here for PE exemption, but the morning sun's burning my eyes. I'm so not feeling it. I want to go home. Idia, you're right on time. Yeah. Hi. To think Idia would actually show up for a food service job and be punctual about it. I should have prepared for freak weather today. Yeah, real funny. Well, I believe we're only missing Kata now. What? What kind of acting manager flakes out and shows up late his first day on the job? Even I'm here on time. Perhaps I should have messaged him before leaving school. Is he actually late, though? If I were to guess, he's simply doing his job as a manager. His job as a manager? What do you mean? You're all here. Hold on, I'll get the door. Kata's voice just came out of nowhere. Oh ho? And did that come from inside the diner? Chipmunk keychains on the belt as well. Morning! Sorry I didn't notice you guys getting here sooner. Kata, you were already inside. Is that the diner uniform you're wearing? It's every bit as cute as it looks in the photos. I know, right? And these chipmunk accessories on the belt are extra adorbs. Yep. You're right. That's all nice and fluffy. Do they sell those at the front counter? What a nice uniform. The design has a casual, upbeat look, but with a fashionably understated colour scheme. It's perfectly suited to a diner where customers can casually drop in and relax with some food. It looks flattering with your general look as well, Kata. I can see why you were eager to try one on. You look every bit the part of a manager. Thanks. It was rough getting up early this morning, but I got so hyped when I put this on. Ooh. Wait, is it roller skates? Are they on roller skates? Your footwear seems familiar somehow. What were those called again? Do we all have to wear roller skates? Yeah, I'm not sure Azel's gonna be good on roller skates. Oh, these? Nah. These come from KK's personal wardrobe. They're not mandatory at all. Ah, yes. Roller skates. That's what they're called. But why are you wearing them? Ah, come on! Roller skates are a diner staple. You know those videos that show up in your Musicom feed all the time with staff carrying food out on roller skates? My Musicom feed is just people ripping card packs and stuff. Weird idiot. Oh yes, I remember now. Went in a diner like that once upon a time during my travels. Yeah, probably back in like the 80s or 90s. I've heard of such places. But isn't that an outdated business model now? I've never seen one in person. That's the charm of it. The whole point of retro is that everything old is new. I thought it'd be fun to try doing fancy food service on roller skates. I've never roller skated before, but I'm a pretty good skateboarder. Cater, I don't want you serving food on roller skates you've never worn before today. That sounds like a recipe for disaster. A recipe for food waste and broken legs. Well, actually probably broken arms. It's obviously not identical, and it's a little tricky at first, but I've got the hang of it. I put in a decent amount of practice before coming here, so I should be able to skate by decently enough. Cater, is that a pun? You've put quite a bit of thought into this. I can see you're not acting manager for nothing. You must have gotten here rather early as well. Yeah, not super early. I came in like an hour ago so I could go over all the appliances and recipes and stuff. I see. So this is what Azel meant by doing your job as manager. This job's gonna be rough as it is and you're taking on extra work before clocking in? Are you for real? That's to be expected. After all, I want to get this diner trending. And that's enough standing around and chatting. Put uniforms for you guys. You can take the rear entrance and get changed there. Oh, I can't wait. In fact, no time like the present. Off we go. Giant Chippendale faces inside too. So many. That is a lot of neon. Oh, the chairs up at the bar have chipmunk tails as well. Oh, you're looking great, Idia. Wait, why are you in an apron already? Well, see, it's like, dress for the job you want. Yeah, and the job Idia wants is nowhere near the front of the diner, thank you very much. The job you want? Wearing an apron? I, really cannot possibly under any circumstances serve customers with a smile. So I figured if I was the first guy to put on an apron, you might put me in the kitchen where I don't have to talk to the general public. That's your angle. Okay, sure, you can work the kitchen. Yes, mission accomplished. OMG, that is a daubs on you, littles. Ah, you think so? No surprise there, I make any outfit look cute. By the way, are the stripes on the shirt meant to emulate the ones on the back of the chipmunks? Wow, good guess. I'll give the full deets later, but the whole diner's got a chipmunk theme. I thought as much. Still, I do appreciate the striped shirt is stylish in and of itself. The manager of this establishment has a fine taste for aesthetics. I like it. You're looking nice too, Azel. You always dress to impress, but you can clearly rock a casual look too. Thank you. I don't dress like this very often, so it's a bit awkward for me, but I understand the intent behind the uniform. The manager must have been mindful of proper branding when establishing this diner. Sadly, the business hasn't taken off just yet. but I do enjoy a good challenge. Oh, that's what I like to hear. I'll be counting on you guys. Alright, everybody's dressed. Now it's time for the grand tour. Ooh, do we get backgrounds for, like, the kitchen and stuff? I'll say there's the rare idiot.
射精どうしてダイナーで働く羽目に一刻も早く部屋に帰ってゲームしたい
Alright, everyone's dressed. Now it's time for the grand tour. This is the front of house. It's where the customers dine. Isn't the giant chipmunk popcorn bucket adorable? The door in the back leads to the kitchen. Phew, man, it really is chipmunks as far as the eye can see in here. Those giant chipmunks really steal the show. You can tell how soft and fuzzy they are just by looking at them. Even the stripes on the furniture are chipmunk-esque. Plus the lamps and the neon lights on the ceiling are all acorns and leaves. Yep. Acorns and specifically oak leaves to go with the acorns. It's always nice when a design is fully cohesive. A half-hearted attempt certainly wouldn't do the diner any favours. The restaurant manual the manager wrote up for us includes a bit of background on how this place came to be. The interior is designed to evoke the imagery of a treehouse where the chipmunks live. That's quite the large treehouse. Their website also says this place is themed around the prankster chipmunk duo. Oh ho. Are they from a well-known tale? I don't know if I'd call it well-known. It's more like a bunch of old tales about the daily lives of two oddball chipmunks. It's mostly well-known to furry, animal fans. Yes, I only learned of it myself when reading the website, from what I learned looking it up. The stories are mostly about minor bits of excitement, like getting into squabbles with a dog or a duck, or going on adventures. Apparently, those stories were the manager's fave. That's why he decided to bring the world of those stories to life in his diner. So basically the dude's a prankster chipmunk duo Giga Otaku. He's that enthusiastic about stories meant for children. This upperclassman of ours must be quite tender-hearted indeed. Hold on, Hazel, you clearly don't know the full extent of how these stories go. Those are two bad news chipmunks. They're rambunctious, intense, and ultra OP. Ah, now I see. If he fell in love with their extreme side, that would explain things. Actually, I spotted two real chipmunks outside the store. Did he choose an area where chipmunks live on purpose for his place of business? Could be, considering how chipmunk-packed the interior is. I can't imagine any other reason. Anyway, here's the kitchen. We don't get to background for it, huh? And there's a bunch of commercial-grade appliances here, but... Lydia, you're the tech guy, so you handle the hard stuff. We'll do our part to at least learn to use the basic cooking equipment. Okay. Yes, very nice. I can tell the manager cared just as much about his appliances as he did his interior decor. Take this coffee equipment, for example. He has an espresso machine, a coffee press, and even a cold brew maker. All of that machinery just to make a cup of coffee. I don't see why you can't just mix it with hot water the regular way. Mix it? Oh wait, I get it. You're talking about instant coffee. Yeah, Cater, I don't think I don't think Lilia can be trusted with anything other than instant coffee. No, I mean regular coffee. Oh no! Lilia! Let's attempt that sentence again. No, I mean regular coffee. The grounds add to the flavour if you drink it all together. Whoa, that's wild. Still, I'm in the camp that thinks coffee tastes the same no matter how it's brewed. Let's be real, coffee nerds are hipsters trying to look cool, right? At the end of the day, bean water is bean water. That's categorically untrue. Coffee tastes vastly different depending on the type of bean or the preparation method. If you can't tell, that just means you lack a sufficiently discerning palate. Wouldn't you agree, Cater? Wait, you're pulling me into this now? It's hard to voice much of an opinion since I mostly drink tea at my dorm, but I do prefer my coffee to be less acidic. So when I do have coffee, I tend to go for a dark roast. And to be fair though, I do watch a lot of videos of trendy baristas explaining how they brew coffee. I never thought I'd get to use this kind of equipment in a million years. I'm so hyped. That's the Cater I know. Good point. I don't have much occasion to work with an espresso machine this big otherwise. I've heard that the bigger an espresso machine is, the more difficult it is to operate. Something this big is undoubtedly expensive, so we'll leave it to you until we've mastered how it works. Isn't it just great you get to shine center stage, idiot? No. Anyway, that covers everything inside. The backyard too, but all in due time. We don't have too long before opening time, so let's work out who's working where and go over what everyone's jobs entail. Hidea's taking kitchen duty, so he's covered. But do the rest of you have any requests? I can cover any role. Feel free to assign me to the front or odd jobs like loading stock or anything else as you see fit. I'll also defer to your judgment, Cater. I could showcase my kitchen acumen. Don't let him. Or lay up on the charm up front, whatever you need. You guys are so dependable. Let's see. Hansel, could I put you in charge of support work? You're more experienced with food service than anyone else here, so you can handle all the prep and dishwashing. And if you could bring in ingredients when we get shipments and cover the register when you're free, that'd be great. Certainly, you can count on me. Lils, you're with me working the front. Do your usual friendly flitting around and take our customers' orders super fast like. Sure thing. I look forward to working alongside you, Cater. We've got 2 hours until opening time. Let's all do some practice in the meantime. We've got 3 days to bring this place back to life, so let's give it all we got. Welcome to Crisp and Dips! How are you holding up, Lils? handling these customers isn't wearing you out, is it? No, not in the least. Yeah, figures. It's not exactly a ghost town, but it's a far cry from a packed house. It's only recently opened, so it's not too well known, and I imagine the extended closure didn't help at all. Still, a relaxing atmosphere is nice in its own right. Ah, there's some food up. I'll bring it out to the table. Here you are, a crisp and dips burger and fries combo. Be sure to chew thoroughly and enjoy. Alright, so yeah, the onion rings are separate to the burger. I really wasn't certain when they described it. Well, see, that is a tall burger. Is that like an entire knife through the top of it to keep it together? Great, I'll just boot up my phone camera first and... Wait, the hamburger's gone. That could hardly be... Wait, it really is gone. It was definitely on the tray when I brought it over. Did it vanish in the brief moment I was looking away? My apologies, but would you mind if I take this tray? I'll bring the whole combo back once we get another burger ready. Excuse me, I'd like to order. I want pancakes, coffee, a grilled cheese sandwich, and... Now is not the time! Hold on, I'll be with you in a moment. Okay, jeez, I just got put in my place. Yeah, you can't just say, I'd like to order and then start ordering. The person you're ordering with needs to be ready, dude. I'm sorry about that, what can I get? Whoa, whoa! Kater, you're going to skate straight out of the front door. Sorry about that, I overshot you a bit. Strange, I didn't have any trouble stopping before we opened. I thought I'd get the hang of it the same way I did with skateboarding. Roller skating's tricky. Are you okay? Yep, A-okay, thanks for asking. Wow, you guys are doing roller skates now? Could I take a pic? We sure are, and you sure can. Take as many as you like and don't be shy about posting them on your socials. Thanks for stepping in, Kater. Excuse me while I get Idia to remake the vanished burger. Sure thing. Wait, what? A vanished burger? Idia looks so stoked. So happy to be here. Patties go on for 3 minutes, get flipped and grilled 3 more for the prize. This sucks. Why am I doing this by hand? This should be the first thing they automate. I want to do my mobile game dailies, but my hands have been full non-stop. Maybe I could duck out on the sly. Hey, Idia, got a sec? Yeah, what is it? Table 3's asking where their pancakes and fries are. Did you make them? Sorry, I'll get those out ASAP. They didn't get it. That's impossible. I have every ticket clipped here in order. Wait, huh? The ticket's on the floor? Oh, this is the problem with analog task management. Install a monitor, jeez. Hey, there's trash on the floor here. Here too. Wait, hold up. Practically the whole trash bin's been emptied all over the floor. What gives? What do you mean, what gives? You must have knocked it over yourself, right? I'd obviously never knock over a trash bin. I'm the guy who has to pick it all up. I tipped it over anyway. There's nothing near it that could bump into it. It was not heavy enough to tip over on its own. Does that mean someone other than me tipped it over on purpose? I've been alone here this whole time. Yeah. What's that groaning? Hazel? Oh, Hazel, why are you crying? You sound pained. Did you cut your finger or something? No, my being teary-eyed is a separate matter. I was slicing onions and my eyes started watering. I've been trying to find ways of getting myself accustomed to it while working. True. Rough cutting tons of onions. Wait, so if that's unrelated, why were you groaning? Because of this. Some onions suddenly rained down on me from above, and 2 of them hit me right on my head. Wow, no kidding. There are 1, 2, 7 onions on the floor. Did they fall from the shelving up there? Impossible, we don't store ingredients up there. Especially not something as prone to rolling as onions. Makes sense. So, how'd they fall from overhead? I looked up the moment it happened, but the tears were blurring my eyes, so it's hard to say. Phew. The lunch rush seems to have died down. Good work, everyone. Let's take a break while we can. Idia and Lils have to be especially worn out, right? My whole body's crying out in pain. Whatever did I do to deserve this? Nothing at all. Doing work you're unaccustomed to does have a way of wearing you out. This isn't the work I usually do, so I'm a bit tired myself. How are you holding up, Kata? Frankly, I'm just as wiped out. Considering the strain I've been putting on my calves, I'm probably going to be sore all day. Yeah, you should really not be trying to do this on roller skates. And I guess downplaying it gives me more of a dependable manager vibe. What I'm really surprised about is what happened to my roller skates. Don't tell me they broke already. Nah, they're not broken, but look here, check out the wheels. Is this oil? The wheels seem to have a distinctly oily sheen. Exactly. Remember when I skated out to take that one order? For some reason I couldn't stop. I almost crashed into another table. I checked my skates later. The rubber brakes were coated in oil, so they couldn't get any traction on the floor. My first thought was that I'd accidentally skated over a grease spill, but I couldn't find any. So now I have to wonder, are these the same kind of hauntings the head mage mentioned that injured all the staff? Probably. Hauntings, Now that you bring it up, something similar did happen to me. Oh yeah, that burger you served that one customer straight up disappeared. Then a trash bin near Idia fell over and onions fell on Hazel's head. It's got to be supernatural forces at work. I don't know, they all seem kind of petty to be like a genuine haunting or something. True. It sounds more like someone from a rival business is committing acts of corporate sabotage to injure us. And I'd posit the same thing happened to the manager and the rest of the staff. Oh wow, I hadn't even considered that angle. Someone could have spread oil on the floor and then wiped it up to cover their tracks. Accidents involving roller skates could lead to particularly disastrous trouble. If someone's doing this on purpose, we can hardly look the other way. The saboteur will need a proper lecture on safety once we catch them. Wait, why can't we look the other way again? We're only here for 3 days. I don't see how poking at a hornet's nest is a remotely good idea. Doing nothing would be an amateur mistake. Well, we can't be sure whether it's simple pranks or deliberate sabotage. These acts will escalate if we ignore them. We should address the matter before they become more destructive in nature. You make a good point. But we need to figure out who's behind it before we can do anything else. I think the play for now is to stick to running the diner and keep an eye out for any trouble. Speaking of which, we've got a customer. I got this one. But seriously, what kind of jerk does this? I do not appreciate having to pick up extra trash. Getting onions dumped on my head was humiliating as well. Once we catch the culprit, I'll have to get proper compensation. Regardless, let us rest for now. We'll need our stamina for the dinner rush to come. Guys, come quick! What is it? Have you found the culprit? Listen up, it's finally time to put on the Snow Globe Pancake Show. Huh? Oh, so the culprit's still at large. But this is exciting indeed. I've been waiting for this. So, could someone tell me what snow globe pancakes are? What sets them apart from regular pancakes? Oh, right, you've been working in the kitchen. You wouldn't have seen the aesthetics menu since it's out front. So, the manager's an NLC grad, right? When he started this place, he had an idea. He wanted to make food that kids could really enjoy, so he came up with a menu of stuff made using magic. It's got the ghost latte with magically animated latte art that moves like it's alive, rainbow fries made using colour-changing magic, and tons of other stuff too. The snow globe pancakes are like the menu's centerpiece, the manager's top rack. Whoa, you just went off to the races there. Okay, what am I supposed to do to make them? All you gotta do is whip up the regular pancakes. Azel, you bring out the powdered sugar for this. Oh, I know. You guys want to know what makes it countable, right? Just sit tight while I get everything ready. Now I'm excited. Break time's over, boys. Time to get to work. Well, this explains the pep Kate has had in his step since this morning. All the dots are finally connected. Welcome back, Nick. A broken wrist does not sound like remotely a fun time. I am immensely glad I've never broken a bone. Cooking pancakes is one thing. I don't want to be anywhere near a bunch of people squealing and taking pics. Here, Azul, over here, everything's ready. What's this? We have a pair of visitors. Hey guys! I told you we'd be dropping in to make sure you guys were doing your jobs. You were even considerate enough to avoid the peak rush. I'll also be taking video of the snow globe pancakes and posting it to Musicom. Is that so? Thank you kindly, Kalla, Grim. At least we've got two familiar faces in a sea of strangers. That's a silver lining. You better not get cocky. We're only posting this online if it's actually good food. No worries there. It tastes just as good as it looks. In fact, Grimmy, you might wind up stuffing your cheeks like a chipmunk. Yeah, that sounds really bad, and I and I hope she recovers soon. Come on, Idia and Hazel, don't just stand there in the corner, come join us. Does everyone have their cameras ready? Presenting our signature snow globe pancakes. That looks yum! Aren't those just regular pancakes with whipped cream on top? You'd think that, right? But what makes the snow globe pancakes a centerpiece is still to come. Behold, chocolate trees and a confectionery house in a flurry of snow. Oof! Look at it! Oh, wow! Also, I just noticed the hidden Mickey on the flyer or whatever on the back wall, just to the right of the popcorn bucket. Yeah, Idia is doing well, if complaining. Some yummy looking sweets popped out of the whipped cream. Now that we've got big trees in a house, here. There's some pretty little snowflakes falling. Someone's gonna have to shovel all that. Now there's sparkly powder falling on the pancakes. It's sweet. Ah, you're using magic to make the powdered sugar flutter in the air. So that's what makes these a centerpiece. Fascinating. That is indeed the part that I was expecting for the snow globe pancakes. I wasn't expecting the tiny house. It really is like a snow globe. And there's a magic barrier around the house and all the trees. The powdered sugar flutters around inside, making it look like a real snow globe. Yes, but how much of the pretty bit is edible, Peter? I need to know. Once I shovel out the snow in front of the house and add a little walkway, there, snow globe pancakes are ready. Oh, it's about time. Good stuff. Who cares how it looks? It tastes amazing. Wow, look, what's that? It's so pretty. Over there? You're right, that does look like fun. Maybe we should order one too. Wait, hold up, this isn't even a collab cafe, so what's with how much these cost? Isn't that kind of absurd? I'll never understand people who order something so basic at a ridiculous price just because it looks pretty. It's probably... Idia, I'm pretty sure it is priced at that number. Because it's a lot of work. And you don't want everyone in the diner ordering it. Basically. Pretty sure that's the reasoning. Ah, that's where you're wrong. Sometimes it's the simplest dishes that take the most time and effort to make. Not to mention you need magically capable staff just to make these items at all. It's a reasonable price considering the area we're in. I'm suddenly feeling drained. I'm going back to the kitchen. Later. That went nicely. Sorry, that went nicely, Kater. Your eyes were sparkling more than they have all day. I was having so much fun, all my fatigue melted away. Okay, let's keep this up till closing time. Why did Chip and Dale look slightly menacing in this lighting? I'm stuffed. Thanks. This was great. And thank you for coming. Phew, considering how late it's gotten, I believe that was our last customer of the night. We'd better get to work on closing duties. For starters, let's hang a closed sign on the door. Is Idia all right? He looks as though his soul's departed his body. I've got burger patties burned into my retinas. You must be tired. I'm right there with you, though. Between being new to customer service and what happened with my skates, I'm beat. The wheels were gripping fine once I wiped them off, but I spent the rest of the day anxious about them getting oily again. Reasonably so, I'd say. Should we report this to the manager or head mage? Yes. I believe there should be somewhere in the back where you should be writing an incident report. Nah, I don't know if we're being haunted or what. I don't think throwing the towel as acting manager that easy. It's not throwing in the towel to fill out the accident report. Incident report. Whatever it's actually called. That's basic health and safety, Kater. We have another day of work tomorrow. Let's clean up and... we got a fair bit of popcorn left over. Wasn't that another of the manager's top wrecks? It didn't seem to be selling very well. It's just regular salted popcorn. I think it could use more flavor options. How about we eat it ourselves? The manager's notes mentioned it's cool to snack on any that's unsold at the end of the day. Let's take a quick break before we clean up. Oh, good idea. I'd be happy to partake. That's all, Idia. You guys should have some too. There's plenty to go around. I suppose there's no harm in a short break. It's been I don't know how long since I've had regular old popcorn. Okay, comp snack time. Whoa! This is regular popcorn, huh? I expected as much, but it really is just corn kernels, oil, a bit of butter, and salt. I'm gonna add something to mine. Let's see, we've got ketchup, mayo, ooh, there's chocolate syrup here too. Ah, the rich chocolate flavour is relaxing my poor tired body. Is it that good with chocolate syrup? Let me try a bit. Excuse me, I'm not the type that likes to share my food, so if you could please make your own. Come now, don't be stingy. Give me a bite. Alright, if we're adding our own twists, then mine with some cheese sauce. That's good. Popcorn really does work well with any flavour. It's true, it can be sweet or salty, and your hand keeps drifting back for more every time you tell yourself this is the last bite. You have to be careful not to overindulge. It's rich in dietary fibre and vitamins, but you can have too much of a good thing. Right, it does use a lot of oil and butter. Gotta watch out for that. I mean, that depends on how you're making your popcorn. Come now, it's fine to overindulge every now and then when you're young. Being happy is what's most important. I've had plenty already, thank you. We should get back to closing duties now. Good call. I'll take out the trash. You guys clean up the kitchen in front. Ah, okay, and this is back to where we started, right? Yep. Boy, diners sure have a lot of trash. Pulling it all out is a job in and of itself. Gotta get all this trash taken out fast so we can get to work cleaning up inside. What's that on the roof? Are those chipmunks? Oh man, I gotta snap some pics. Yep, those came out nicely. I'll add a good caption and post them on the cam later. Aw, they ran off before I could get more pics. I'll see them again before the end of this gig. Alright, that's all the trash. I'm so tired. I've got another early day tomorrow. I should hit the hay early today. As the acting manager, I've got to make sure not to oversleep. Ominous chipmunk noises. Day 2 at the diner. It's going to be a disaster zone inside, isn't it? Morning, guys. Feeling better after yesterday? I went to bed early to be ready for today. I'm feeling wonderfully refreshed. I'm not surprised you'd be so dependable, Lilia. I'm also feeling quite well rested. Unfortunately, put the patty on the grill, let it cook, put the bullet on the grill, put the next patty on and flip the first patty. I think Idia might be a lost cause. No, I'm just simulating cooking in my head. Could you please not write me off as some kind of broken appliance? Well, I'm glad to see you're in high spirits. What about yourself, Keita? Who, me? You're asking after our health, but I'm sure you were just as worn out as the rest of us. Oh, I'm totes fine. As you can see, just a little short on sleep. Why, were you up all night brainstorming menu items? Close. I was searching for posts about crisp and dips from people who visited. Look here. That Foothill Town Diner's got someone going around on roller skates for the next few days, and that's what I call a real diner. Goodness, that's a lot of impressions. The roller skates were a bigger hit than I expected. Exactly. My pics of the interior are doing numbers too. This is some effective publicity. Roller skates get extra attention even when I'm doing barker work outside. I get some people curious enough to come in. If I keep this up, positive reviews are bound to keep rolling in. A laid-back strat, huh? I guess flashy advertising for a place where the only customers are locals and students is kinda iffy. I made the diner an official Musicom account too. Slow and steady word of mouth is ideal promo for this place. And it's already paying off with positive feedback. Very nicely done, Keita. How are your legs, Keita? You mentioned having sore muscles yesterday. Oh, they're fine. I make sure to get some stretches in after work and massage them a bit in the shower to help loosen them up. That's good to hear. The diner's reviews are riding on your service. I hardly expected a nostalgic throwback to get so much attention. That was an inspired idea. I have to say I'm learning quite a bit from your marketing techniques. I wouldn't call it marketing. It's more just doing stuff I figured would go over well online. Keita with his magic can give himself massages. That is true. Yeah. I had not thought about that either. That's all part of proper advertising. I'll have to do my part as well. I'll pull my weight with a smile all day. Great, I'm counting on you. Now let's head in and get changed. All changed and ready, now to... What's that? Is something the matter, Lilia? You don't notice it, Azul? There's a distinct smell of popcorn coming from the kitchen. Ah, now you mention it, so there is. That's strange. Let's check it out, guys. Oh no, Hump. Is the kitchen going to be buried in popcorn? And possibly on fire. How was the stove on? I double and triple checked to make sure it was off last night. That's one issue, but there's a more pressing one here. Why is popcorn littered everywhere around the stove? We did put away all the food in the fridge and cabinets, right? There's something on the floor over there. Is that our popcorn pan and its lid? I believe it's reasonable to assume someone snuck in after we left last night and made a mess of the kitchen. And what a mess it is. Let's see. The popcorn's still warm. It appears our intruder was using the stove quite recently. Guess that means they panicked, dropped the pan and fled when we came in. Cleaning the kitchen is the hardest part of the job. They'll pay for this act of cruelty. This is going a bit far for a simple jape. A fire could have broken out if anything had gone awry. You know, if the prankster was here that recently, this could be an opportunity for us. The diner windows don't open, so the only points of entry or exit are the front door and staff entrance in the back. I didn't come across anyone on my way from the back to the kitchen, which means the perp's probably escaping out the front. We might have a shot at this if we act fast. Quick, to the front door. Allow me to take the vanguard. I'll clap that ne'er-do-well in chains and hand them over to the proper authorities. Stay sharp, Lils. This could be someone dangerous. We should play this safe. Okay, we're at the front door and nobody else is here. Did they run away while we were talking? Nope, doesn't look like it. The door's still locked from the inside the way we left it last night. The culprit's gone without any doors being opened. Perhaps they used magic to aid in their escape. Maybe. There's something shiny on the floor. Looks like a set of small oily spots. Wait, are these animal tracks? Oh, you're right. They were so small I didn't notice them until you pointed them out. Look, there's a trail of them leading from the kitchen to here. Some little critter must have stepped in oil in the kitchen before coming here. Oh, that makes sense, actually. The popcorn pan and spilled oil all over the floor. Let's see here. These are chipmunk tracks. I used to see them quite often in the woods. Oh, okay, a chipmunk. Wait, a chipmunk? Could it be the pair of chipmunks I saw outside? How'd they get into the store? I know we locked up tight last night. Were they in the diner before we locked the doors? So, now we have a prankster and chipmunks all sneaking into the kitchen. No, I think you just have prankster chipmunks, Azel. We need to clean this place from top to bottom and work out a way to keep the chipmunks out. Wait, prankster and chipmunks? Is that really the deal? What's that you're mumbling to yourself about, Kater? Oh, it's nothing. Don't mind me. So, anyway, do we open like this? Might be better to report this to the cops and close up for today, IMO. No way! Jeez, heart attack much? Kater, why the sudden outburst? Sorry, but we seriously can't close up shop. I put in a ton of work plugging this place yesterday, both on its official socials and my own personal account. I saw posts from locals and my followers at school saying they'd like to swing by today and check this place out if it's that fun. To close up in spite of all that, I'd... Oh, Kater. You'd feel bad disappointing our potential visitors. I think they'd be understanding of the extenuating circumstances. I'd get totally dragged online. That's your concern? Eesh, people online definitely love a good dunk. Tragic. Foothill Diner closes literally one day after reopening Lamau. I could totally see someone posting an article with that header. Yikes, please don't jinx it. All it takes is one epic fail to earn you dedicated haters online. You'd be further than ever from being an influencer. Come now. No need to look so dejected. I'll help you, Kater. As well. As will I, Kater. How could I abandon you to epic failure by yourself? Lils. After all, we really want that PE exemption. Oh yes, of course, Lilia also wants PE exemption due to sunlight. Is Kater the only one here who isn't in it for exemption from PE? My class has an upcoming long-distance running exercise outdoors. I prefer to avoid sunlight, so an exemption would suit me nicely. It's hurdle vaulting in mine, running and jumping, utterly unbearable. Dude, we're just talking about a one-day closure for a legitimate reason. If we explain ourselves, we should still get the exemption. Are you positive about that, idiot? A reasonable adult would understand, to be sure, but this is the head mage we're talking about. Ah, fine, I guess I can pitch in. Idiot! In my case, I don't even care what exercise it is. I prefer to avoid PE at all times. I'm sensing a lot of self-interest here, but thanks, guys. That prankster's in for it now. Yes, we can't let some cowardly saboteur keep dictating the pace for the rest of us. Let's do our part for the owner as well. Does this place even have security cameras? Actually, it doesn't matter. Any more little stunts and I'll hack into the cameras in town or whatever else it takes to unmask that perp. Yes, we're dealing with a coward who turned tail and fled the moment we arrived. This is hardly someone to fear. If that ne'er-do-well shows up again, it's off to the cops in chains for them. Alright, We had a stumbling block before we even opened for the day, but let's keep at it and keep the store running. For customer satisfaction. Once we aggro on a target, there's no stopping us. Our hearts and minds are unified. Now we're a proper team. Ooh, twist tune. Welcome, party of 2, right this way. Feel free to flag me down when you're ready to order. And if you want my recommendation, the Crisp and Dips burger is a fine choice. Now, it was as cautious as detailed as it looked on Musicom. I've been curious about this place, but I've never visited before. Yeah, same. I'm glad you invited me. There's students from our school working here right now too, aren't there? That was Van Rouge from the Insomnia who showed us to our table, right? Who else was there? Hello and welcome! Here's the menu. Feel free to give me a holler when you're ready to order. Hey, Kater! You really are going around on roller skates. That's so cool. Right? I put a lot of work into practicing with these. You gotta have skates at a diner, right? Whoa, did he just spin around with water on his tray? That was so smooth. You're rocking that uniform too. Now I kinda want a part-time job here. Who's that making drinks at the counter? Oh, that's Azul, one of the sophomores. Look how he's beaming. Welcome in! I just heard someone calling from the back. Oh wait, Idia from Hide's here too, right? I was a little confused about the staff selection when I saw the post on Musicom, but they all seem really into the work. Oh yeah, totes. We got Ultra Team Solidarity. Now, you're all seriously locked in. Hater, I have to get this food to another table. Would you mind taking their orders for me? Sure, I got you. Oh, and a customer at table 9 wants to see you. Could you swing by real quick? Certainly, consider it done. Yep, much better. The skates have their grip back after the thorough cleaning I gave them. The promo's paying dividends in customer traffic too. So far, so good all around. Of course, that means it's more hectic today than it was yesterday, but it's good to stay busy on the job. And I'm seeing more posts on Musicom. Who knows? We might just blow up online soon. Welcome, Kalla and Grim. Whoa, it's crowded today. There are way more people here than yesterday. You're right about that. So thanks for the video you two posted. I wouldn't say we're doing huge numbers yet, but this is definitely a big step. As a token of my gratitude, I'll hook you both up with an item on the menu. Pick whatever you'd like. Crisp and Dips rules! Grim's happy. Free food is just how you make Grim happy anyway. What do you recommend? From the regular menu, my top rec's probably the Crisp and Dips burger. As you might guess, it's this diner's speciality, and it lives up to the name. I'm still wondering how you even eat that. It's ridiculously tall. I mean, personally, I would end up making it smaller anyway, because there are a few things on that burger that I would not like to be on the burger. But still, 4 burger patties is too many. Imagine taking a bite into the crunchy onion rings and thick beef patties all covered in their signature dipping sauce. I mean, I'm also not consuming the onion rings. Given that my stomach objects to the fact. Savory taste and delectable textures combine for a perfect bite every bite. That's why it's the top rack.
That sounds good.
Also, I'm trying to imagine Grim consuming that burger. It's practically Grim-sized. No, maybe only half Grim-sized, but... You could also order a ghost latte off of the aesthetics menu to go with it. That's a drink with a magically animated latte art, and we're currently trying out 3D art for it. We could try to draw you if you're down, Grimmy.
Oh yeah, you better make me look extra cool. And give me a crisp and dips burger combo with fries.
Sure thing, coming right up. Grim unhinging his jaw to swallow it in one gulp. He's not a snake! I mean, he practically does that. I'm just imagining, like, Scooby and Shaggy style, giant sandwich sort of, yeah, I guess that is kind of unhinging his jaw. Oh yeah, you can swap the fries in that combo with the rainbow fries. Just let me know if you want to do that.
What are you gonna do, Kalla?
I mean, Keita, can I replace the onion rings with something else? Like the chicken nuggets, but that would be chicken nuggets replacing the fries. And now that feels like a bit too much. I want the rainbow fries. Gotcha, I'll put in some extra work to give that color-changing magic the KK touch. See, of course, Keita's very good at color-changing magic as well, right? I want to get a ghost latte. Maybe I'll get some rainbow fries. Excuse me, I'd like to add to my order. Okay, I'll be right over.
I'm smelling some good stuff from the kitchen. I'm getting excited now.
Hey guys, it's past 11 and customer traffic's starting to ramp up. We're gonna be too slammed for breaks soon, so how about we take ours now in turns? Good idea. You take yours first, Keita. You sure, Lils? Well, if you're offering. We have burgers and fresh popcorn for employee meals. Feel free to take your lunch. Thanks. I'll be out back then. Fresh popcorn's so good. But I could go for some flavors other than salt too. Should I talk with the owner about maybe selling flavored popcorn? Speaking of popcorn, we never did find out who was behind the mess in the kitchen this morning. They snuck into a locked-up diner and made popcorn inside. And then we walked in and they immediately vanished off somewhere without unlocking any doors. Actually, thinking about it now, something doesn't add up, right? Lil said they might have used magic, but even if the prankster could use magic, all they did was make popcorn. What's their goal? If they wanted to rob the place, they'd have gone for the register, but it was totally untouched. I just can't make heads or tails of it. What a weird prankster we've got. It'd make more sense if it was just chipmunks sneaking into the kitchen through the vents or back door and goofing around. Yeah, right, that'd just be silly. I guess I could figure something out if I asked Idiot to check the security cams later. I mean, I do question how chipmunks managed to use the stove. For now, I just want to chillax with some nice popcorn before I get back to work. Hey, where's my popcorn? I know I left it right here, but now it's gone and the bowl with it. Did I drop it? No way, I would have heard it clatter on the ground if I did. Why not just have Idiot up the security measures? Yep. He's probably entirely capable of rigging up, like, a booby trap. Just like... something like the Jacinth Zone. Just like projected walls that nothing can escape from. So where'd it go? Whoa! The popcorn bowl is walking? Actually, why does the bowl have feet? I don't remember using magical dishware. Wait, no! Those feet and distinctly patterned tails. Chipmunks! Chipmunks are stealing my popcorn. Do they even eat popcorn? Wait, forget that. I gotta nab them. So that's what we're having a twist tune on. Cater on roller skates chasing chipmunks. Oh crud, they ran into the diner. Wait, you can't go in there! Idiot's trying to whack them with a pan. You see, that's what I was expecting the kitchen to be like this morning when they said they smelled popcorn from it. Just like popcorn snowdrift. Want to bet they'll eventually be mascots of the place? Oh, for sure, for sure. Oh, is that everything for today? It is. That is everything for today. Right, let's go... Let's go pull. So it's Azul SR, right? I'll wager 1 tenfold.
汝の魂の形を見せよ。
Things telling me this is going to be a mineral. Oop, that's the right colour. Hooray! Success. 2 tenfolds and we got a full leak. unkept
クリスプ
Dazzle.
ディップスへようこそ。何かお困りでしたらお声掛けください。どうか遠慮なさらず。
Yeah, I did good on my saving. But we all know that most of those are going to be gone at the end of the weekend, right? Oh, did I get 2 Azzles? I got 2. Hooray, it's not a minimum pull. 2 Azzles. 2 Azzles. Well, that'll do. I'm not looking forward to how soon Overblot Leona is probably coming. Like, can I get my savings back for that? Back and ready for that before? Wait, so if... So after Bill... It's Jamal, Azel... Overblot Leona is going to be the same month as Leona's birthday, isn't it? That's gonna hurt. Anyway. Well, that's going to be everything for today. Thank you very much for coming. It's been fun. Little mischievous chipmunks. If you're new here and you've enjoyed your time, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can also follow me on social media, which is linked in the description box. The streaming schedule. Oh, yeah, Halloween is going to have Savannah Claw as well. Yeah, that is true. Because it's the... yeah. Isn't it Jack and Ruggy SSRs this year? I need to be very careful on my saving. Where was I? Streaming schedule. Over on social media and over here on YouTube in the post tab of the channel. The next scheduled stream is Wednesday 7 PM for some more Pokemon Legends ZA. So I hope to see you then or another time. Once again, thank you very much for coming. And this is Kalla signing out. See ya. Bye bye.